909-889-8377, extension 224.
KCAA Radio, Loma Linda, where no listener is ever left behind.
Well. Welcome back to the E Factor Radio Show. Hello, world, family, and friends. I know you probably noticed something right off the top. You're probably thinking, wow, something looks different today. Something is different. In case you can't figure out what's different, I'm sitting in a different seat. I know I'm normally sitting where my special guest sits, but since he's like the senior guy here, and actually he's the producer and the promoter, I let him sit in the king's chair. But don't worry, when he's not here, I'll get back in my regular seat. But real quick, Ken Powell is his name. And so Ken, actually this is how I got started with this show, is from this guy right here. But what I'm gonna do, like I do always, I'm gonna let him introduce himself and tell you a little bit about him before we get into what we're gonna talk about. It's all you, Ken, take it away.
Hey, yeah, thank you, Cornelius. I love being on the E Factor. You know, a lot of people, when we first started the E Factor, they were a little confused because it's basically an interesting concept of where we blend etiquette, entrepreneurship, and excitement all in one show. That's why it's called the E Factor instead of just the etiquette show or the fun show or whatever. And it's on its second year.
You know what? I think
it's going on its third year. Third year, and it's been very, very successful. And I understand, and I'm not gonna drop the dime yet, but I understand this show is gonna go back to its roots of etiquette and really focus on restaurants and manners and events,
yes,
and all kinds of cool stuff that you're gonna be able, as an audience member, to participate in. And that is really the big thing. It's nice to have guests and learn about guests. And oh, by the way, I'm the executive producer of the show, so obviously I have a vested interest in this. And I've been with KCAA now, I think, almost 7 years, and it's been a tremendous experience. But radio has changed.
You know, it has changed. A lot of people say, "Why are you on the radio?" That's so 50s and 60s. Nobody listens to the radio anymore. But with this new, especially when you have an engineer like Joe, everybody give it up for Joe, our engineer. Clap, 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 clap. 50,000 claps. And so, I thought the same thing because I listen to radios and, especially with all the different streaming apps that you have. And it's interesting, but especially be going for 3 years. And now like you said, we're going to get back to doing, it's going to be a combination of radio and live, everything.
Live, and also we're going to be on Spotify, and then all the other social media, as well as YouTube.
Yes.
I mean, it's going to be amazing, and we're putting together that special website, the VIP, we call it benefit card, and but actually we're expanding beyond that, and we're going to have this VIP program for the Inland Empire, and it's going to include everywhere from Temecula to Riverside to San Bernardino, Barstow,
all the way
Victorville,
up.
even.
Yes, even we're going to the border.
We're going to the border.
The border, California border, but still the border.
Yeah, and Mary and I were just talking, and between Riverside and San Bernardino counties, we're actually bigger than a lot of the states in the union.
Right.
When you combine the two. In fact, the people in Connecticut were saying, "You got to be kidding me. Riverside County is bigger than Connecticut?"
San Bernardino County.
San Bernardino is even bigger.
Right.
It's twice the size of Riverside County.
Exactly.
And so we've been letting you people down in San Bernardino. So we're going to be rolling out there into the special parts of the Inland Empire out there by Ontario and Rancho Cucamonga. And we're going to do a lot of stuff with sports, with the baseball teams and that kind of stuff. So you're just going to have to stay tuned. And you need to participate. We need everybody to participate.
Right. County, two counties, that'll be enough. Because those two counties, like you said, they're bigger than most states. So we're going to cover it all.
Yeah. And so let me ask you this question, because I think we discussed it a little bit earlier today, and that is, if you live in Orange County, there's like 5,000. It's probably even more than that throughout the two counties. New homes that are being built, and you can only afford a new home out in the Inland Empire, right?
For the most part, for most people.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. So,
Right.
So the issue is, do I move to the Inland Empire and lose all my experiences and all the places I go to in Orange County? What's your answer to that?
My answer to that is once you leave Orange County, you can always drive back. But you're talking about what, 2 hours going and 2 hours coming back minimum?
Yes, so you're looking at 4 hours.
Right.
So these people they're gonna go out here and buy a house in Banning or someplace like that, right? And they're gonna drive 2 hours to go to a Dodger game when they could go right down the street to the Elsinore Storm or the or I think there's one over in Victorville too, isn't there?
Right. There's one in San Bernardino, I know.
Oh yeah,
San
that's
Bernardino.
right. That's right, in Rancho Cucamonga.
Right.
And you can watch a ball game right there.
Right. And the thing about it, it's cheaper, but of course the Dodgers are the Dodgers and the Angels are the Angels. But let's say, for example, if you only go to the game 2 or 3 times a year because you're driving so far, now with the local teams and the local support, that'll help out not only the local teams, but you'll find these entertainments. And I went to one last year, and I was really surprised on how well they played. You know, you think it's making like, but it was actually a good game. And so there are things out here, and there's things constantly coming out here to come with the people. Now, if you get the jobs to come with, that'll be great too. But there's plenty of entertainment and things to do. And when we build this up, then it'll be like, okay, because most people don't know. That's the thing about it.
Well, and that's the thing. So a lot of people say, well, you know, I'm in Orange County, so I'm going to go to Las Vegas.
Right.
We have Las Vegas in our backyard called the Indian casinos.
Correct.
And they're no longer the bingo halls of the past.
Right.
I mean, they are luxury locations.
You know, and it's funny because I remember when I first moved out here in 1998, when we first went to Pachanga, they had 2 tents in the place where you eat at. It was like a trailer.
Yes, I remember that. And you
a
could get a hot
trailer.
dog or a hamburger.
Right. And then now look at it. It's this multi-million-dollar casino with everything that Vegas has and more.
Well, they have a French chef they brought from France to provide their high-end meals. And I'm sitting there going, you got to be kidding me.
Right.
So the bottom line is, when you move from Orange County and you buy your house in Banning, or you buy it in Hemet or Marietta, you're not taking a downgrade. What you're doing is you're taking a better responsibility for your money, and you're getting quality and value for your dollar.
Right. Go ahead.
Oh no, I was going to say that. How much does a beer cost at Dodger Stadium? I think what, $10?
Oh, I don't know. I haven't
More than
been
that,
in
probably.
decades. Yeah, you know, they got those new pitchers. They're paying $250,000 and $250 million, so that they have to have more money for them. So they're probably up to $20 or something.
Oh yeah, and think about this: the young people, they don't go to baseball.
No.
They don't. Nah, they don't go to baseball. Gen Zs, no, they do basketball, if they do any sports at all, or they do football. And you know, they got the Rams, but you know, you're only going to go once a year.
Yeah.
Right.
Two at most.
2 at most. But out here, there's all kinds of new and exciting games and toys that you can play with that the young Z's love, like that air float thing. I'm sitting there going, what the heck is that thing? It's like
The
it's like
hoverboard.
yeah,
That
yeah.
you're talking about?
Yeah, but there's another thing that is like jumping out of an airplane.
Huh.
Okay, and so they poof, and then you fly. You're flying all over this location.
Wow, I better go get on that thing and try it out.
Okay, and then there's these fancy laser tag places, and there's axe throwing. Axe throwing? What the heck is that?
Practicing.
Yes, and there's all kinds of sports for kids.
Right. And then you have to remember, when you have new developments, what else comes new for the families? New schools.
new schools. And that's the other thing that people I get really mad at. They go, oh, well, our LA schools are so much better than yours. Well, guess what? In Idlewild, which is down the street, they have the finest, they have the best, they have the best art school in west of the Mississippi. They have like the number 3 art school in all of the United States and number 10 in the world in Idlewild, California.
Right.
Okay, and then down the street from there, in Hemet, and every Hemet, they can't have any good schools. Well, they have a school that's designed around what do you call those, dinosaurs? And I can't remember what the name of the school is, but it's a incredible school where they actually do scientific experiments and they do all kinds of cool stuff with the kids. And unfortunately, you got to apply and they got to accept you. But it's not like going to an LA school like Harvard Prep, where you're going to pay $80,000 a year. You actually you just sign up, you get in the lottery, you get picked, boom, you're in.
Right.
And so a lot of people are just not looking at the Inland Empire in the way they should be looking at it.
Right. I know people are sitting and listening in the audience going, what does this radio show have to do with the show? You're talking about your Inland Empire, this and that. Well, because we are expanding the radio show, of course, if you haven't figured that out. That's why we're talking about the Inland Empire and all the things that it offers. So we're just now on the, what would you say, no, like when you birth something, we're not even born yet. We're
The
just like
Genesis.
Yeah, like the in the womb type of development stage.
Yes.
Right, and so that's where we're doing at. And a quick shout out to the our vet guy Charles Whitehead. With the veterans right now, he's a little down, and so we're just sending shout outs to him and hoping he gets well really quick here, so we can get him back in the mix.
Oh, absolutely. He's a phenomenal musician. And I guess he had to go to the hospital or whatever. He had a little issue.
Right.
And but he's a fire plug.
Right.
He does not allow his disability to get in the way of his success.
No, we have to whip him.
We got to whip him. We got to calm him down.
Yeah, calm him down. Relax for a minute. I tell you what we're going to do. We're going to take a quick break. On the other side of this break, we're going to get back to our talk about the radio and our advancing projects and all that good stuff. So stay with us. I'm your host of the E Factor Radio Show, Cornelius Bryant, special producer Ken Powell.
Yeah, thank you, Cornelius. See you on the other side.
KCAA Radio has openings for 1-hour talk shows. If you want to host a radio show, now is the time. Make KCAA your flagship station. Our rates are affordable and our services are second to none. We broadcast to a population of 5 million people. Plus, we stream and podcast on all major online audio and video systems. If you've been thinking about broadcasting a weekly radio program on Real Radio plus the internet, contact our CEO at 281-599-9800. 281-599-9800. You can Skype your show from your home to our Redlands, California studio, where our live producers and engineers are ready to work with you personally. A radio program on KCAA is the perfect work from home avocation in these stressful times. Just type kcaaradio.com into your browser to learn more about hosting a show on the best station in the nation, or call our CEO for details, 281-599-9800.
And now, the voices of KCAA with an exciting announcement.
Want to hear NBC News or KCAA anywhere you go? Well, now there's an app for that.
KCAA is celebrating 25 years and our silver anniversary with a brand new app.
The new KCAA app is now available on your smart device, cell phone, in your car, or any place.
Just search KCAA on Google Play or in the Apple Store.
One touch and you can listen on your car radio, Bluetooth device, Android Auto, or Apple
CarPlay.
Catch the KCAA buzz in your earbuds or on the streets, celebrating 25 years of talk, news, and excellence with our new KCAA app.
Just do it and download it.
KCAA, celebrating 25 years.
All right, we were letting the music play for a minute because you remember this is part of what we did last year. We got our own E Factor theme music. And so, Joe, thank you for playing that music so well. All right, here's what we're going to do. We're going to let Ken, because a lot of you don't know Ken, so I'm going to let Ken, since we started off, talk about all our greatness. But everything starts from somewhere. So Ken, I'm gonna let you tell us about yourself, where you started, how you got started in radio. I mean, because like I say, the main thing of radio was back in the 60s and 70s, but with these new kids, they don't even know radio exists.
Well, they claim they don't know what radio exists, but what do they listen to?
Streaming.
Podcasts. Podcasts are baby radio shows. Right? And that's what people don't get. They think, it's not radio. We're doing podcasts. Podcast, my man, is a radio show. And then where are you putting it? On YouTube. Where are we putting the E Factor? YouTube. You have your own channel, plus you have the KCAA channel.
Right.
And then you have my little channel, too, where I sneak in a couple of your shows every once in a while.
Right. You know, you got to make sure that when I'm gone, we have good representation.
Oh, yeah. So I get the dirt bags, to kind of sit in so everybody misses you when you come back.
That's where it's supposed to be. You don't want to usurp the star.
Absolutely. So anyway, to give you some background, I started in radio when I was a stockbroker so far ago, when I was at Payne Weber. And we had our office had a show where we'd call in and give the stock quotes every day. Okay? So we had a broker whose job, that was his job. One day, he called in sick, and so somebody says, well, who's going to take his place? I said, I'm going to take his place. The station called me back and said, we want you every day. I go, what? He says, yeah, the other guy's too academic. You're like fun.
Right.
Stocks are not fun. Okay? You make stock market investing fun. I said, okay. And, oh, by the way, Sundays, we have an opening. We want to put you in for an hour show. I go, well, that's kind of my that's kind of my family day. Oh, come on. You're young. You can get another family if you have to. I said, oh, my gosh. Okay, so anyway, so that KPRO, which no longer exists, it was AM 1440.
Was that in California? Or?
Yeah, in Riverside, California.
Okay.
And I enjoyed it immensely. So then at one time, when I left the brokerage industry, I ended up out in Lancaster, Palmdale area. Oh, my God. And did I say that? Yeah, you can't say stuff like that on the radio. But, radio is a little different than it used to be. You can say a lot more stuff, but you got to be careful. So anyway, I had a friend, Jim, and I think he's still out there and crawling around doing stuff. And he called me up and he says, hey, Ken, why don't we do a radio show together? So we did what we call Ken and Jim's Sports Page. And so we would cover all the local teams, all the high school teams during football season and basketball season. And we became the most popular show on that. It was AM 610. And they couldn't believe it. They said, how can a Saturday show at 6 o'clock in the morning that runs from 6 a.m. to 9 a.m. be the most popular show on our radio station? Do you know what the answer was?
What's the answer?
The kids, the local kids.
Right, because they're hearing about themselves.
No, they were terrible.
No?
They were terrible. Their parents. At 6 o'clock in the morning, our lines would be lit up. Do you know who was calling? The parents. What were they calling? What was the score of the La Sierra Palmdale game last night? Oh, it was Palmdale 35, La Sierra 21. Oh, okay, thank you. The kid would call up about, I don't know. The kids would call.
I got
up.
fouled, and that's why we lost the game. Because
No. They said, "Why are you announcing the scores of the games? You know we don't go to the games, so we just tell our parents what we think they should know."
So now you blasting them.
So the parents were going. They were going behind their back to double check the game scores. We had literally 20 or 30 parents call every week. They wanted to know the score. And so a lot of times the kids would go like for a half, and then they would leave. I don't know what kids do, high school kids do when they leave a game, but I'm sure it's something that the parents don't want them to do.
That's the best part.
Well, I was doing that when I was a kid.
Right, that's to say nothing's changed.
Yeah, nothing's changed. And they know that too. So they would give the score, at the halftime score, like 14-7. Oh, Poly High School versus Lancaster High. 14-7, Poly High School. Well, it turned out that Lancaster won the game 42-7, or 42-14. And the kids, they just got roasted. So many kids got on suspension, or not suspension, what do they call that?
Punishment, grounded.
Yeah, grounded. And the parents say, you can't go to football games anymore. You got to stay home. So then I got a call from a gal in Lancaster who was, she was very wealthy. She was married to a contractor, and she had her own little farm, and she helped Girl Scouts and all that kind of stuff. And she was really involved with the cheerleaders. So she said, Ken, we want to be your roving reporter, your news reporter about sports in Lancaster, Palmdale. I know I'm taking like a 4-minute speech and making it 100 hours, but that's okay.
We have time. You know what? You said something interesting, because you said that back then that people would call in, and you have all these lines done. I know we've said several times, on occasion we have people call in, but we're going to open up the lines here for call-ins. So we have these nifty people ones, so we're going to get the word out to them early. That way they can prepare to call in with questions when we have certain people on.
Oh, absolutely. And I was trying to hold that back. That was one of our secret weapons that we're going to announce.
Okay, well, you don't have to
March.
say it now. I'm just saying, you can say it at the end, but continue with your story. I just thought that was something interesting, because you said you had these lines waiting and people waiting to call, because back in the old days, they would do it, and they didn't have to have the filter we have now, because now people call and say something, you got to try to bleak them out and,
I like those guys the best, though.
Yeah.
I like those guys the best. They call up and say, well, the world is coming to an end, and, I know exactly what time. Oh, okay, well, that's good. Okay, can you call back on Tuesday? Because
2046?
Yeah. Fred on the 2 o'clock show really likes to talk about that stuff.
Right.
I used to do that to the poor deals, and they would get really mad. So anyway, this gal says, oh, by the way, I want to do a fundraiser. And I said, what do you mean a fundraiser? I have all these cheerleaders, and we want to do a car wash. I said, we're not going to support a car wash. We're going to do the car wash at Antelope Valley Ford. I said, where? Antelope Valley Ford. Oh, will they sponsor the car wash? Oh, yeah, I've already got a $1,000 commitment for you. I said, what? To pay for your show. We were making $3,000 a week on that show. And you can't believe how many salespeople and hosts of different programs were absolutely tweaked. This is in the 1990s when $3,000 was the real money.
I think if 3,000 is good enough for right now too. I mean, that's a start. It's not enough to live off of 3,000 a week, but it's a good start.
Oh, absolutely. And so I had a 3-year scenario over there, and then so I've been all over the place, and I love radio because radio is the most flexible communication type that exists. Remember what did MTV say?
I don't know.
What killed the radio star? Right? MTV is gone. Radio's still here.
Oh, MTV. That was the first music station that came out with all
Exactly.
the music and all that stuff. Yeah.
Exactly, and they got destroyed. And they got destroyed by Spotify and all these other different music organizations. But see, the bottom line is, we could be on all those with our show. That's the great thing. That's why we're going to put some stuff on Spotify. My vision for the show is we're going to compete with Joe Rogan, knock him off his.
Well, that's good. That works for me.
Well, I know it does.
It
'cause you're
definitely
the
works
host.
for me. Yeah. You know, then I'll get some like little fancy sidelines and all that stuff, and
Oh, absolutely.
you know, and have maybe a sidekick or something like that. You know, because all the good radio shows hosts have
At least one.
sidekicks. Yeah, you know, like what's that Jimmy Kimmel? What's the little guy?
Oh,
You know,
yeah.
you know, and all these things, and all these guys, they have like a little nice sidekick. Hey, hey, hey. You know,
Exactly. We're going to get all that.
All right. Well, you know,
And see, the other thing is, everybody says, "Oh, well, it's a local radio station, so nobody listens to it." What they don't understand is that we're on KCAAradio.com, and people throughout the world can listen. We have fans in Philippines, China, South Africa, which cracked me up, South America. In fact, I don't know if I should say this, but Venezuela was one of our top listening areas outside the country. You know, but Venezuela is having some issues right now, right?
well, we'll wait for them to get back straightened out, get back online. In the meantime, we'll wait for another country to come in and take their place.
And then they say, well, yeah, but what about in the United States? Okay, obviously the Inland Empire is our number one. Our number two is San Francisco Bay Area. Not LA, San Francisco Bay Area. Number three is Texas. Dallas, Texas. Did you
Deep
ever
in the heart of Texas.
deep in the heart of Texas? And these are people that are listening to shows, and they pick and choose the shows they want to listen to. But we have an expansive way of communicating for an advertiser. If an advertiser wants to be local, we can be local. If they want to be national, we can be national. If they want to be international, we can be international. And part of the reason why we're introducing this new setup, and we're not calling ourselves a radio station anymore. At least that's what I talked to Fred about. He said, yeah, we're a radio station. No, we're a communications platform.
That's right, because when you say KCAA.com, that's when people can not only hear us, but they can look at us and see us live. Like if you go to KCAAradio.com, it'll bring us up right here, and they can look at us.
Absolutely. And then if they miss the show, they can go to YouTube and watch the show.
Yes. And the YouTube channel for them is?
Well, there's a couple of them, but one of them is Cornelius Bryant, the E Factor. And then the other one is, that's yours, the E Factor.
Thank you, yes.
And then the other one is KCAARadiotV.com.
See? So there's no excuse.
Exactly. No excuse. And you're a powerhouse. I think you're an unknown quantity right now, but that's because you're getting your sea legs together.
That's right. That's right. Because I want to come out and make sure once I come out, I can stay that way. I don't want to be like a one-hit wonder. You know, come out and.
Exactly. And see, that's how people get involved in the media. They start in a place that has low penetration, and then they work themselves back to major markets.
Right.
And there's a need right now for people like you to replace people like Howard Stern and some of these other guys that have just lost their mojo. And so one of the other things that we're looking at is expanding our brand to other radio stations. And we are on iHeart.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I don't have to sing to be on iHeart, do I? Love.
Yeah, well, you actually can sing, but yeah,
Yeah.
the iHeart Radio Network, we're on there as well. So there's tons of different places that you can listen to your show, and we're going to build them all out over the course of this year.
Right.
And why? Because the Olympics are coming,
2028.
and we are going to be the station that is the Olympics,
Yes.
or at least the E Factor show will be.
Right, most definitely. You know what? I heard a story once, back to you. Then you used to have a radio show up in Santa Barbara.
Yes.
And just tell us a little about that Santa Barbara story. I'm not going to say I heard that you were a big host, and so some woman's wife was jocking you, and that's what happened. But you tell me, how was Santa Barbara? How was it doing a station in Santa Barbara, going from the Inland Empire out to Santa Barbara?
Oh, Santa Barbara is just incredible.
I know.
It's incredible. I can't really say this, but if I had my choice, before I go to hospice, I want a hospice in Santa Barbara on the beach.
Well, make reservations.
There you go. But I think one thing that you're bringing to the table is this whole new vibe that's going on. And with AI being attached to our radio program, you're going to see some incredible things happening. Okay?
Right.
In fact, we have a little intern that's going to be working with us, I'm hoping.
Yeah,
his
I mean,
name is
and he's
Connor.
young enough to be able to do all the.
Well, yeah, we need
different
the
things.
young input. The guy's
Yes.
under 25, so man, he knows the market. We don't know the market.
Do you know the market?
What
AI?
No.
Do you know how to take films and do edits and stuff?
Yeah.
Do you know anything?
About AI?
Anything?
He's very shy. Everybody under 25, very shy.
Yeah, no.
But don't worry, excuse me, that's what my special class for. I'm still doing my Renaissance Man's classes where we teach people how to talk, how to get involved, give them confidence. So, young man, grab that
Yeah,
middle seat.
pull up. Yeah, you didn't think you were going to be on the radio, right? No, I just thought I was
That's all right.
interviewing
And we can
for
get him a
job.
set of headphones. No, we want you in the middle.
Yeah, get
Because
over here.
see, you're slim enough. Where only thing we got to worry about being in your way is the chair. With us, we got to worry about our fat.
Our physique.
All right.
Okay, so anyway, so that's kind of my history. I also had a show up in Bakersfield,
Right.
which I really enjoyed, and then also a little further up in I can't remember the little town. There's all these little towns up there, and they all have little radio stations.
Mm-hmm.
And so we're going to take some of the things that they do, and what do they call it? Supersize them.
Right.
And it's going to be amazing. So anyway, here we are. We got this new intern guy coming on. At least he thinks he's coming on. Maybe after today, he's going to say, "Nah, I'm not interested." Okay.
Did we blindside you?
No.
Yeah, you
By
gotta,
having you come
gotta
on
talk.
here?
No.
Well, you got to come up so you can talk in here.
No, I'm not blindsided.
Huh?
I'm nervous.
You nervous?
Yeah.
Well, you should be nervous with
Yeah.
sitting next to two legends like us.
Yeah.
I mean, how often do that happen? How often are you going to just out of nowhere come and all of a sudden now you're in the midst of two legends? Actually, three, because Joe's a legend himself. He's the engineer.
Well, Joe's a legend in his mind. There's no doubt about it. So he's shaking his head. Yeah, that's true, Ken. And yeah, I was going to say something else, but you can't say that on FCC airwaves. So anyway, so what do you think so far, young man?
How many people are watching?
1,252,000.
Probably about 35,000
Okay. 35,000 people?
in the area.
Oh, okay.
Probably close to 1 million nationwide or worldwide.
Okay.
So if you can speak a different language, that'd be cool too. If you want to say hi to our brothers in China or Japan or South Africa or France,
Okay.
you can say that to them right now if you'd like.
Hey.
Okay. So first of all, scoot up just a little closer to the mic.
Yeah, you got to
All
get
right.
real close to
Yeah,
the
you
mic.
got. Yeah. We want you to have nice mic posture. You know. So tell us your name.
Connor Tuomi.
Kana Tuomi.
Yeah.
Tuomi.
Now that sounds better.
Yeah, Kana Tuomi. So what is it you do, Connor?
I don't know yet.
You don't know yet?
Yeah.
No, I thought you wanted to produce TV shows. And all
Yeah,
kinds of-
yeah.
Well, then you know what you want to do. You just don't know how.
Yeah, exactly.
That's why you're here.
Right. So what Connor's going to do is when we're doing our live events, because we're going to start doing live events, and Connor, you film and all that, just like, like the cameraman who goes around when they do stuff like the news, and you're there.
Exactly.
You're there like the cameraman, and then when we get done, you'll edit it, and you'll go and say, and I'll tell you, wait a minute. No, my hair wasn't combed on that particular shot, so let's take that one out and replace it with another one.
Yeah.
You'll do all that type of stuff.
Yeah. So editing, you said?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
we're going to teach you all of that.
What do you edit in?
Well, how would I know? That's Clayton's job.
Oh, it's Clayton. Who's Clayton?
Clayton's the guy who's in charge of production.
Oh.
And so, he's got some fancy stuff, something about a magic or something like that. I'm not sure exactly what it is. And then you also have Jonathan, who is cameraman exquisite. I mean, he is incredible, and he'll teach you about movie making. And so, between the three of you, you're going to produce this massive show for Cornelius over here for E Factor.
What's your show?
You're on it right now.
Oh, this is it? Okay.
This is it.
Okay.
This is it. This
so
is the
there's going to be like
show.
a video element?
Yes, and not only the videos, but we're going to expand to different things like restaurants training and stuff for people for etiquette.
Mm-hmm.
We'll be live training for that. We'll go to this restaurant or these different places and we'll do live shows.
Mm-hmm.
Let's say, for example, we're going to do a show. We're going to have a doggy show.
Yes.
A doggy show.
Well, it's where we teach dogs etiquette.
Yes.
Because
How to eat
dogs
with a knife
need
and
etiquette
fork.
training.
So it's about dogs.
Yes.
Okay. So
One of them. Remember, this
So-
is expansive. We do everything. Restaurants, hotels. You're gonna be in the thick of things. Indian casinos cannot gamble at the Indian casino until after we're gone. But other than that, that's fine. You got to lean in. So ask questions. See, and you're sitting there going, "Is this really live?"
Yeah. They just came here. They came here, and all of a sudden I'm sitting in the corner. Now they got me here talking about all this and all that, and I don't have a clue what they're talking about. That's what you're thinking, right?
yeah.
That's
No,
okay.
I had a feeling that this was going to happen.
Did
I was
you?
Like, yeah, I was like, oh, I'm probably going to be on the air.
Did you tell your parents you're going to be on the air?
No.
Okay, when you leave, you can tell them I was on the air.
Yeah.
Then they go say,
Or at least tell your
They
grandma.
go, Connor, I can't believe you went with the hat on. Why don't you take the hat off, Connor, and show your hair? They do stuff like that. They nitpick you, like, why don't you do this? Why don't you do that? Why were you so nervous, Connor? Why are you so nervous, Connor?
Why?
Yeah.
Man,
Besides
why
sitting
am
here
I?
with
I
two
don't know.
legends, two old legends.
Yeah, that's the only reason.
Because everybody in this room is super old. First of all, I'm not used to being around old people. It's okay, you can say it.
Yeah.
Okay. No, you weren't supposed to say yes. You're supposed to say, no,
Is
it's not that.
Is this your water?
No, that's your water.
Oh, okay. Thank you. I could go get you one if you want.
No.
No,
I already
that'll
have
be your
one.
job once we hire you.
Yeah,
then
yeah.
you will get him his water.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
a coffee.
Yeah, you have time for that. But right now, it's just that, relax. Don't be nervous.
Hey, you know what? We forgot to have some radio spots, right? To pay for the show.
Oh, wow.
Some commercials.
We've got to do that.
Yeah. Hey, Joe, it's commercial time. Huh? There you go.
We'll be back.
KCAA Radio has openings for 1-hour talk shows. If you want to host a radio show, now is the time. Make KCAA your flagship station. Our rates are affordable and our services are second to none. We broadcast to a population of 5 million people. Plus, we stream and podcast on all major online audio and video systems. If you've been thinking about broadcasting a weekly radio program on Real Radio plus the internet, contact our CEO at 281-599-9800. 281-599-9800. You can Skype your show from your home to our Redlands, California studio where our live producers and engineers are ready to work with you personally. A radio program on KCAA is the perfect work from home avocation in these stressful times. Just type kcaaradio.com into your browser to learn more about hosting a show on the best station in the nation, or call our CEO for details, 281-599-9800.
And now, the voices of KCAA with an exciting announcement.
Want to hear NBC News or KCAA anywhere you go? Well, now there's an app for that.
KCAA is celebrating 25 years and our silver anniversary with a brand new app.
The new KCAA app is now available on your smart device, cell phone, in your car, or any place.
Just search KCAA on Google Play or in the Apple Store.
One touch and you can listen on your car radio, Bluetooth device, Android Auto, or Apple CarPlay.
Catch the KCAA buzz in your earbuds or on the streets, celebrating 25 years of talk, news, and excellence with our new KCAA app.
Just do it and download it.
KCAA, celebrating 25 years.
Yeah. Well. Welcome back to the E Factor Radio Show. I'm your host, Cornelius Bryant, special guest Ken Powell, and our new rookie who we just threw in the mix,
Connor.
Connor who?
Tuomi.
Connor Tuomi. You know that name Tuomi? I've never heard the name. Is that Indian?
Yeah, no, it's I don't like Finnish or something.
Finnish?
Yeah, some Scandinavian country.
Oh, okay,
yeah.
all right.
Okay, so you'll get to know Rick, who's from Sweden, and he speaks Swedish. He'll be impressed that you're from Finland.
I'm not from Finland. I'm American.
Your name is Finnish.
Yeah.
Do you speak
You're
any
Finnish
foreign
American.
languages?
What?
Do you speak any foreign languages?
No.
No, just American?
Just American.
English?
England. Yeah,
Okay, that's
English.
all right.
English.
We won't discriminate against you. I mean, I speak 13 different languages. How many you speak, Ken?
I speak two, the other one being mathematics and finance.
See? So everyone can't do that because it takes a lot of time you have to hang around those people to get experience in their like slang. Like, I could say stuff like, we. So that's a foreign language, right?
Yeah.
Si. That's a foreign language. Porque. That's a foreign language. So, that's 3 of the 13, but the rest I'd have to wait.
Yeah, you got to watch out.
I don't want to be showing off, and make everybody else feel bad.
Yeah, you got to watch out for Cornelius because he's a world traveler. Just got back from how many months?
Just one.
1 month, but it seemed like more, didn't it?
It did. It seemed like a lot more. You're on those 13, 14-hour flights and all that stuff.
Okay, so Connor, we want to know what somebody under the age of 25, sports-wise, likes to listen to or watch.
Sports.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Like football, basketball.
Yeah.
Grand Theft Auto. I consider that a sport. Not the real Grand Theft Auto, but the game.
Yeah.
Okay. Some people say, "Oh, Ken, Grand Theft Auto, that's a felony." No, not if you play the game. But I mean, what are young people like you like to hang around and do? I know you're not really big into baseball, are you?
No.
You guys like baseball?
What do you mean? You guys like young people?
Yes, Z's. You're Z, aren't you?
I think so. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so, what sport do you guys like the best, or just people you hang with?
Sports. I don't. Yeah, none. I don't know. I don't watch sports.
You don't watch sports. See, I told you.
That's right. So that's good. So here, what we want to know.
That was the right answer, by the way.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
What we want to know is that what appeals to the young people, your generation. Because what we're going to do, we want to create something for them, your age group, that would draw you to listen to us or participate in what we do, because you're going to be doing it. So therefore, when you tell your friends, they're going to go, "Hey, Connor, where were you at on Saturday?" You're going to go, what are you going to tell them? If they say, "Where were you at on Saturday?" What are you going to tell them?
I was at KCAA radio.
And they go, "What were you doing?"
I was on air.
What's on air?
I was on.
See,
live.
I was on air. What's on air?
I think they would know I'm live streaming.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So they think when they say on air is live streaming, they're gonna go, how did you get that, man? How did you do that?
How did I do that?
Yeah, how were you able to get on that live stream or whatever?
Because he helped one of my friends move a bunch of furniture.
Yeah.
That's how he got here.
Wow. How does that work? You move furniture and you end up on a live stream?
Yeah.
Now everybody's going to go out and start moving furniture.
Mm.
Tell us the story about that.
It's crazy. It sounds like a movie or something.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah. So I was moving. I was at my grandma's trying to make money, and then she got a job for me, and from there I just moved furniture for this nice woman, this very nice woman, and then she said that someone
Her name is Mary, by the way.
Yeah, that's Mary.
I think you know that, right?
No, I do not.
Okay.
Okay,
good.
sorry.
At least you said nice woman instead of old woman. So that's a good one. Okay,
She's
go
both,
ahead.
yeah. Go ahead.
So she put me in contact with Ken, who I was gonna call, and then and I did, and then yeah, we just talked for a minute.
Well, we started talking, and I think he thought this was all something out of some sort of fiction. Yeah, this couldn't be happening to me.
No.
And the other thing is, you're going to be hired by Riverside Youth Employment Services. They're going to be the ones that pay him. That's the reason why I like him as our intern.
Okay.
Because the county pays him, and then we can use him for all kinds of different services and that kind of thing. Not only for the radio station, but also the studio in San Jacinto, because that's where he's going to be based out of, is the studio. But he's going to obviously be working around here with you, traveling around and that kind of thing. So that's good.
So does he get paid by the percentage by the mile for gas, and how does that work out?
We may have to do that, but
okay. Well, we got to make sure, because last thing we want him to do is once he becomes famous from running around getting all this experience, and then when he gets older, when he tells the story, he's like, yeah, I used to do that, and I had to spend all my money on gas following those guys around, and so I actually ended up making no money, no profit.
Yeah, but those punk rock guys, that's what they do too. They go to point A to point B, right? Underground raves and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
You ever done that?
No.
Oh, okay.
If you did, would you tell us?
Underground raves? What is that?
I don't know.
What's that? Okay. Oh, they were much older than you, I guess. Basically, it's where a punk rock group takes over a warehouse.
Okay.
And they play all night long, 24 hours. Boom, 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 boom. And it used to be very fashionable. Oh, man, I'm showing my age, right? In the late 90s, early 2000s. I think they're pretty much done right now.
Yeah, he wasn't even born then.
I don't know if he was born or not. Who knows?
How old are you?
23. So wait, this was.
He wasn't it couldn't have been in the late 90s because he wasn't born.
Yeah, that's true.
So he couldn't have participated.
That's true, but he could have spiritually watched it. Hey, do you like Alice in Chains, by the way?
I've heard of them. I've never. I don't know what they sound like.
Okay, so what music group do you like?
I like I don't know. Like honestly, I don't know. Like what.
You don't have.
I don't have like a taste or anything.
Okay. Well, you're gonna have to develop a taste to be on this show. Everything's about taste and etiquette. So, but that's good. That's good. But you're not like an old school rock guy. You know? Yeah, all us old guys. Yeah. You're a pop star guy? No.
Pop? No.
Yeah, not a pop.
I guess I was gonna say like rap. But
okay,
I don't,
that's fine.
But I'm saying that just to be like normal. Like that's what is
normal people listen to. Yeah. The younger people your age listen to rap.
Yeah.
Oh, I used to be a rapper.
Really?
Yeah. But when my hair left, I had to quit.
You walked into that one. So we joke around a lot. You're gonna have a lot of fun with us, and but we are serious business. We want to make this thing work, and you're gonna be a major part of it. And it's gonna launch your career. So once you finish with us, you're gonna be one of these Hollywood icons with one of these YouTubers, and oh my God, you're gonna be in the Beverly Hills house or whatever, and oh my gosh, you're gonna be making all kinds of money and doing all kinds of great things. Just don't forget us out here in the Inland Empire, right? Right, Cornelius?
Right. Well, we should ask him, what are your plans for your future? We're just putting this on you. We're like a parent now. Oh, you're gonna go to school and be a doctor, and you're gonna do this. What do you want to do in the future? What is your future for your own self plan?
Hopefully just like survive and be creative. Be creative.
Yeah. Well, that's the first best thing. Survive.
Okay, so what we're going to do is going to have him back on maybe in the next couple weeks, and it'll give him a couple weeks to really understand what just happened and actually be able to answer the question. Because right now he's in a state of confusion.
Right, that's okay.
No, I'm fine. I'm fine.
He's fine. Yeah. But I tell you what, we can't have him back in the next couple of weeks because, the show is booked. I mean, we're booked up until the middle of March. But we are going to have you back. We're going to set a date for you. And then by then, we'll probably be done did some work or something. So then he can comment more about his experience and all that stuff, And that's going to make it great because now he's like, oh. And then later he'll be like, oh. And then he'll be, hanging around and he'll be more outgoing. Like, yeah, this and that and this and that. And it goes like.
Yeah, we got to be careful he doesn't try to steal your seat there and try to be the talent.
Right, because usually I sit where Ken sits, because this is my good side, but since he's senior, and so I let him have the senior chair.
Yeah, like what he meant is because I'm old.
And so now I'm showing my bad side, so to speak, but you're in the middle, so you can just you'll figure out later which side you want to be on. But then once he comes back, then he'll have more experience and be like, oh, this happened. And then we'd ask him something and be like, wow, that was kind of cool because what I did is I went back and I told all my friends to watch me on that show with these old men. And see, that what the good thing about sitting here too?
What is it?
It makes you look even younger. Because you're sitting in the midst of older people. It makes you look younger, right?
Exactly.
Right, see? So, but anyways.
Well, and the last thing I wanted to bring up is next week we have JC and Steven talking Valentine's and business. How to love your business and how to love your spouse. It's going to be a great show.
Right. Next week is Valentine's. I shouldn't be working because I'm a newlywed on Valentine's, but I'm going to sacrifice that hour.
You're a big man.
I'm going to sacrifice that hour during my Valentine's Day.
After all, you spent a month in Europe and around the world, so it's time to get back into the game.
I know. It's like, oh man, do I sit sitting up? Do I sit sitting down? Do I lean forward? Oh, is my posture right? Is my posture wrong? Oh, so I've got to really get back in the groove. You're right.
Right. Any last words there, Cornelius? Because it's looking like. The clock is ticking.
The clock is ticking. So what that means we've got to get ready to go. But thank you, fans, family, friends, new people, and all our new listeners who will be coming now that we have this future star sitting with us from the E Factor Radio Show, KCAA. Thank you, Ken Powell. Thank you, Connor. How do you say your last name?
Tuomi.
Tuomi?
Tuomi.
Tuomi.
Yeah.
Thank you,
Connor. In other words, pay me, man.
Yep, right. Yeah. Thanks, Joe. All right, family. We'll see you next week. And like you say, who's our special guest next week again?
Is Steven and JC talking all about love.
Right, all about love on Valentine's Day. Signing off. Goodbye, audience. Wave bye. Everybody wave bye.
I was out working, a car out of the blue crossed the center